When it comes to guitar playing and guitar tone, there's no better reference than Eddie Van Halen. And for such a sophisticated guitar player as Eddie was, and the exquisite tone that he used to have, the word that he used to describe it was a little bit weird to me. Brown sound. But that doesn't really matter. What really matters, my friend, is that today we're checking out the brand new TONEX collection, Brown Sound 8284, and answer the question, how brown does it really sound? Alright, my friend, let's go do this together. I'm Jorge Lanza, sing now. We break it down, baby. Alright, my friend, thank you so much for being here once again in another video, and as usual, remember to like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things that we like to do on YouTube so that you and I can stay in touch with each other. Alright, brown sound. That thing just like literally came from one ear and got to the other because I was just like, what does that even mean? And of course, like the first reference that came to my head was that South Park episode where they were going to like a Woodstock and Cartman was trying to release the brown note. And if you've seen the episode, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a crazy thing that had nothing to do with guitar playing. Other than, of course, like Woodstock, right? Because there's a lot of guitar playing there.
But the point is,
brown sound didn't ring any bells. And that's why I had to go to the confines of the internet to find out what it is. What did Papa Tele tell you? And just to make a long story short, it all comes down to Eddie Van Halen referring to his tone or the best moments of his tone as a brown sound. The story calls it that Eddie was in love of Alex's snare drum sound for some reason, and he said that it sounded like a beautiful log, like he was just like smacking on a log, and that's why he started describing his best version of a tone as a brown sound. Big, warm,
and majestic.
And on that vein, our friends of TONEX have released 3 collections so far, trying to model that super mythical Eddie Van Halen guitar amplifier. The Marshall Super Lead 1968 with the very specific serial number, 12301, which allegedly is the one that has the exact perfect sound. The most refined Eddie Van Halen tone, the most Eddie Van Halen-ness, if you want it. And this is not any regular stock Marshall. It has had pretty much everything changed. And the people at Ik Multimedia went to the lengths of even like mention everything that was changed in the amp and how they went to recreate it and all these kinds of things. And I recommend you go to the Ik Multimedia website and find out firsthand all the facts about their amps and the creation of it. As well, of course, the models that we're about to hear. Alright, my friends, so let's just stop the talking, get to the rocking, and grab a guitar. Today we're going to be using my PRS SE Custom 2408 because I like to split the pickups that easily. Plus I feel like most people are going to have like humbuckers similar to this, so it's always a good test. Alright, and also, this would be the perfect time for you to go get a great set of headphones, speakers, AirPods, whatever you feel comfortable listening to music, so that we can have a meaningful conversation in the comment section down below. Alright, my friend, let's go. Alright, my friends, so here we are in TONEX, and very quickly, let's go read what the Brown Sound 8284 is all about. The Brown Sound 8284 is the final installment in our limited TONEX Brown Sound series. This collection features 83 carefully crafted tone models, including several amp-only captures for use with your favorite IRs or running through a real cab on stage. 83. As the push for radio-ready hits grew stronger, the Brown Sound became tighter, more refined, and more polished without losing its iconic edge. Experience the evolution of a legendary guitar tone during an exciting period of increased studio precision and musical ambition. We didn't just chase the tone, we explored every possibility, delivering both authentic recreations and thoughtful variations to reflect the many theories about how these legendary tracks were recorded. Grab your single pickup huggy stick guitar and play into the most authentic recreation of this legendary sound. So let's do exactly that, but let me open it from my page. And the first amp that I see is this clean amp that you don't really necessarily associate with Eddie Van Halen, but allegedly the clean sounds came from this amplifier. So let's hear how it sounds. A little bit of honkiness, right, when you do the chords, but if you do like something like this, that honkiness actually becomes clarity and definition. All right, let's start checking the high gain presets. Let's start with this first one, high rank 68 volts. And the first thing that we notice is that this is a 1982 amplifier. And I like to see those little details, like for example, the ribbon right here and this little bomb. Let's hear how it sounds. That sounds sweet. Let's go check like a different preset far away. Let's go Wild 64. Now let's see this one with the load mid push. I feel like so far we haven't reached that kind of tone. Let's go further down the road and see. Let's check this 68V hot. So far, this is the one that I've had the most fun with. It's the 84 signal chain with the Super Lead 64, and then the cabinet is a 1960A in the 1984 amp. This looks really, really sick. Let's check another one. Let's see one that looks like it's fat and juicy. Let's see, maybe this 68 mid forward. Very, very mid forward, definitely. That one sounds really nice. Let's hear the high rank 68. Ooh, did we finally find my favorite? Let me know if you liked any of these presets so far in the comment section down below. And if you're there, remember to like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things I would like to do on YouTube. And enjoy this little bossa nova, my friend. I hope your day keeps getting better and better and better. Alright, let's keep moving on. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite by far right now. Wow. Now we have an 82 signal change with a 1960B, totally opposite from what it had. Yet, these two are my favorites, so basically we need both. Let's hear one more preset just for fun. Upper mids. I mean, that to me sounds really, really nice. But one thing that I want to check before we do anything else is how this would sound in AmpliTube 5. Because you know that will be probably my main focus. All right, let's go check it out really quick. Teleporting! Very, very nice sound. And I want to say that the first thing that I'm noticing right now that I brought this amp into AmpliTube is that if you check the angle collection that I checked last week, the first thing that I noticed in that one was that buttons were not enabled. So you cannot really tweak them from this menu, and you have to go over here. In this collection though, look, our knobs work. Let's see if they work. Oh wow, yes they do. Can we go clean? I mean, that sounds really nice already. So we can actually go clean out of a model that wasn't. But then we're back to distorted, right? Alright, my friend, so in that note, let's go get a few conclusions. Alright, my friend, the collection Brown Sound 8284, I think it's definitely a standout because we always want to have that like very, very authentic, very organic sounding Marshall sound, right? And even though it's such an inconspicuous sound, and some people might even call it like generic, with the more reason, that just means that it has so much identity that it is very easily recognizable, but also very easily for us to get confused and not really know the nuances or the differences between the different models, right? And in this case, I feel like having all these different variations of like basically the same couple amps or same couple different chains makes it so that we have a very useful plugin with very nice authentic Marshall sounds. And if you're trying to get that little overdriven sound,
you're straight.
But what doesn't stop to amaze me is how meticulous the people in Ik Multimedia are. That they went to find the right amp to match every single component, make custom-made signal chains to match exactly what we're hearing on the records. And I think overall, I'm extremely satisfied with the way this sounds. And even though I really enjoy the collection, I cannot stop thinking about the other Brown Sound collections. Because yesterday on live stream, I was checking the 78, 79 one, and that thing blew me away because I think I found maybe some of my favorite Marshall sounds that I've ever heard. And you already know that I have to make a review about it. And if you made it all the way till this part of the video, which is pretty much the very end, let me know so by having a little bit of fun and writing in the comment section, log, so that I know that you stayed till the very end and that you're a real one. Other than that, my friend, let me know your thoughts about the collection in the comment section down below. And while you're there, remember to like, subscribe if you can financially support me, smash that super thanks button, and thank you so much. And if you have some more time to watch another video, go watch this one right here and I'll be waiting for you right there, my friend. All right, see you soon.